begin my kissed card project, I'm going to start out with a piece of Gina K Designs Pure Luxury Chocolate Kiss cardstock. Now for all the measurements for this project, if you look below the screen, you'll see all the different pieces of cardstock and paper you'll need and what the measurements are that you need to cut. Now, with the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury cardstock, because of the heavy weight, to make a card base you will need to score the fold line or else you'll get a cracked edge. You can use any kind of scoring device that you have, whether it's a bone folder or it's a Fiskars cutter with a scoring blade, or in my case, I'm going to use the Score Pal. And I'm going to score my half sheet of cardstock at 4 1/4 inches. And again, in order to fold the card, you want to fold away from that score line, and that'll give you a nice crisp edge. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the stems of my flowers. I'm going to use this little piece of paper here so that I can stamp off and I'm not going to get it on my tabletop. One of the neat things about using unmounted stamps is that you can apply more than one stamp to the block and create a pattern before you're even ready to stamp. So what I've done is I've put my large stem and my small stem both on the block. And I'm going to ink that up using some Rich Cocoa Memento ink. And I'm going to stamp both my stems, and you'll see I'm just stamping a little bit off the cardstock so the stems look like they just keep going. There. So there's my stems. Now I'm going to apply my leaves to the stems. I'm going to start with my larger leaf for my larger stem. I'm going to stamp it. And with the clear blocks, you can see right through, so you can get a nice accurate positioning. And I'm going to use my smaller leaf for the other side. And I'll stagger that one just a little differently. There we go. So now I have my stems. I'm going to tape those onto my cut brown piece of cardstock. Just like that. And leave some room up top for my flowers. Okay. Next, I'm going to need some centers for my flowers. So I'm using 2 of the center greetings. One says love and one says you. Let me grab a smaller block, and I'll begin by stamping love. Now I'm going to use paper punches, and whenever you're using paper punches, you want to make sure that you stamp fairly close to the edge so you don't have to reach in too far into the paper to punch. So let me stamp my love stamp, and now I'm going to stamp the U. The next step is going to be to punch out the flowers. And for this step, I'm going to use the Marvy flower punches in the super jumbo size and the extra jumbo size. Now the best way to do this is to turn the punch upside down so that you can see exactly where you're punching, position the flower where you want to punch it, and punch. That's one flower. And the next one I'm going to do is the extra jumbo. Now, if you can't get it positioned straight, that's okay. All you need to do is take a pair of scissors and just trim around it a little bit. That will enable your punch to get in there a little bit better. Like that. And there's my second flower. Now I'm going to punch out my centers using 2 more Marvy circle punches. And all of the circle punch and flower punch sizes are listed below. So I'm going to punch out my love, which will go in the center of one flower, and the U, which will go in the center of the other flower.